What's going on, everyone? So, game 2, the Lakers did a much better job of containing Anthony Edwards. And that needs to continue, right? Obviously, Anthony Edwards, he's their best player. He's the guy that is their engine, right? They kind of feed off of him and how he performs and how he delivers, right? So if you can slow him down, then that's great. But it's more so than just stopping him offensively. I mean, there's even a genuine argument to just kind of let him go off and shut down and stop everyone else. But what you saw from Anthony Edwards in game 1 in particular was him being able to be playmaker. So not only was he able to score the basketball and kind of get to his spots and be aggressive and do his things, but he started to be able to wheel and deal because we were too focused on him, right? Again, you're never going to stop Anthony Edwards. I talked about containment, right? Can you contain him, right? Like think, if you put a cricket or something in a little box, right? You didn't stop the cricket. Like the cricket's still moving. The cricket's still able to go in this area, but you're controlling the space in which he can go. You're allowing him to go X, Y, and Z, right? So Lakers need to contain Anthony Edwards. Do not allow him to just dictate and control the game and get off whatever he wants to get off, pause, and do whatever he wants to do, right? We're gonna let Anthony Edwards drop 40 tonight. Make sure no one else scores, right? You controlled that. You decided how you want to do that. You made Anthony Edwards just take 30 shots, right? Like you have the specialty guys to really kind of just work him and make things difficult, right? Jared Vanderbilt, right? Austin Reeves and guys did a really good job. I mean, like obviously you have Dorian Finney-Smith and Gabe Vincent and Jared Vanderbilt, and I mean you have multiple bodies you can throw at him. But even the guys that you like, even Luka, I thought had a couple nice defensive sequences against Anthony Edwards, made him take some tough shots. That's all you can do, right? Don't just let him walk to the rim. Don't just let him walk to his spot, elevate, rise up. He's going to knock those down 99% of the time, right? Keep him, again, within frame. You control, you dictate where he goes, how is he going to score tonight? Or do we want him to be a playmaker? Right? How do you want to approach it? But you saw in game 1, Anthony Edwards was able to get whatever he wanted, right? He controlled that game. He wasn't in containment. He was out in the open, allowed to do whatever he wanted. If he wanted to score the basketball, he scored the basketball. If he wanted to pass the basketball, he passed the basketball. Whatever he wanted that night, he got. I mean, he had, 9 assists that night? Right? Like, he's not a guy. And I think Minnesota, is like 4-0 or whatever with Anthony Edwards this season getting 9 or more assists. Right? Like, they don't lose when that happens. Why? Because he's getting everybody's hitting, everyone's eating. Right? It's not just him doing everything. Right? He's still going to go get his 20. Right? But now he's getting his 20 plus creating another, 30 points in play. Now he's attributing for 50 points. You're better off letting him score 40. Because if he's scoring 40, he's not creating 50. Right? So, again, Lakers, if you're the Lakers, you want to control. You want to dictate and decide. Okay, I want you over here. We want you over here. We want you here. We want you to do this. We want you to do that. Right? That's what the Lakers need to be. And you saw that much better in game 2. You saw the Lakers do a much better job of just kind of, okay, we're going to make him take difficult shots. He's going to get his, which he did. He had a couple easy layups to the basket and stuff. You're just like, come on, man. Right? But you never lost containment. You never lost control. You had it the entirety of the game. He never was able to get what he wanted and get off and do all those things. You dictated how this was going to go. That's what the Lakers need. That's what I've been talking about from the beginning, right? When I said, you're never going to stop. Like, stopping and containing are not the same thing. When you stop somebody, you stop somebody, right? Like, that's it. You're not doing anything. You're never going to stop Anthony Edwards. If I stop you, right? Guess what? You're stopped. You're done. Right? If I contain you, you're still able to do whatever it is you need to do. You're just doing it within the confines of what you're being contained in. Right? So again, that's the difference. What you saw in game 2 was the Lakers containing Anthony Edwards. Game 1, he was able to do whatever he wants. Game 2 is a prime example of what we need from the Lakers and the defense and the game planning and the scheming, right? He's going to have his moments. He's going to have a night where, he goes 6 or 7 from 3. You deal with it. You live with it. There are things that you're going to have to deal with. And you just hope that like Luka and LeBron and the other guys kind of offset whatever, crazy night he has. But you cannot let him go get 25 or 27 or whatever and then also dish out another 25 to 30 points and assists. You can't let him basically control and dictate the entirety of the game. You have to keep him within reason, right? Because he is good enough to go and beat you. We saw it in game 1, right? We saw him get whatever he wants. And the more that he builds confidence, and the more that he starts getting his little swagger, and the more that he starts the ability to get others involved, and they start feeding off of his energy, and they start feeding off of what he's doing, it changes the game. Now everything is shifting to Minnesota, right? You saw that in game 1. Anthony Edwards just went, give me the ball and let's make this happen. Lakers overhelped, overcommitted, over everything, and he just tore the Lakers apart. Dishing it out, becoming a playmaker, getting elevated, still getting his buckets, because again, you're not going to stop him. But in game 2, you saw there wasn't as much overhelping. Yeah, Anthony Edwards still was looking at 2 guys, but the help defender was still within range. It wasn't this like overhelp, like we're trapping him every time trying to get the ball out of his hands, and he was just like, okay, boom, swing, cutter, boom, easy layup, or swing, 3, splash, right? All of a sudden, Lakers look up and it's like, okay, we're getting smacked here, right? But game 2, you saw Anthony Edwards. Get him, push him where you want to get him. We want him in this area. Funnel him to that area. Contain him to that area, right? But when he's allowed to go here and go here and go here and do here and go, no, through watching film and analytics and everything, what Anthony Edwards wants to do, what Anthony Edwards is looking to do, right? So the spots that he wants to get to on the floor, what he wants to do as far as playmaking wise goes. So again, containment. He likes to go to, the third hash, on the strong side, right? Well, guess what you're not doing? You're not letting him get to that third hash on the strong side. Right, you try to make him do. He's not great going left, or he's not great going right. Again, I'm just but I'm saying like Anthony Edwards has his preferred spots, as do all players, and if you can cut that off and again contain him to the area which you want him to where now you can better defend and you can better close out and you cut off some of the passing lanes and you cut off some of the areas in which Anthony Edwards operates best in. Now you have him going and dropping 22 on 40% shooting. Big difference than him dropping 30 and dishing out 8 assists, and now he's just like by himself basically generated as much offense as the rest of the team, right? Lakers obviously have to do a lot too. They have to share the basketball more. They have to continue to do a better job. Game 1 wasn't solely just Anthony Edwards just picking the Lakers apart. I mean, it didn't help, right? That was terrible, but it was also Lakers lack of effort and energy and defense and all those other things, right? Like Lakers didn't do a great job in several key areas, right? But what the Lakers did do in game 2 was they did bring that effort. They did bring that intensity. They did do the things that you wanted to see from them. They did approach the game in the proper manner, but they also contained Anthony Edwards. Like going in this game, what was the thing? Can we play Rudy Gobert off the court, and can you contain Anthony Edwards? Can you keep him from just picking apart your team? And sometimes part of containing Anthony Edwards is letting him get 40. Right? Because if he scores 40 and the rest of the team only scores another 40, you're winning all those games, right? So sometimes part of the game plan, part of the scheming is like, hey, make Anthony Edwards be the scorer. Let him go get 40. Luka dropped 37 and the Lakers got lost by 22. Right? Again, sometimes that's part of the game plan. Right? You don't think Minnesota's like, hey, let Luka go off. Let Luka go drop 40. And make sure he works. Don't just let him lay up every possession. You still got to make him work, right? But hey, if he scores 30, if he scores 40, if he scores whatever, but we contain everyone else, we're going to be good, right? And that's what happened, right? But you get to game 2, and it was like Lakers controlled that game, controlled it. They dictated what they wanted to happen. Where game 1, Minnesota did. And a lot of that was Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards being the driving force. Anthony Edwards being the guy that gets to decide those things. Lakers need to make sure they're not allowing that. You need to dictate that. LeBron, Luka, you guys should be the ones that are dictating how is this game going to go? How is the pace going to be? How, like, who's getting what? Who's getting who? How are we divvying this up? Right? Don't let Anthony Edwards decide that, because you're going to lose, as you saw in game 1. So again, it's about containment, right? Not about stopping Anthony Edwards. I'm all for it. Like, if your containment is just let him get 40, let him average 40 this series and shut everyone else down, then fine. Let him go get 40 this series and shut everyone else down. Because Anthony Edwards isn't going to be able to outscore the entire Laker team by himself, even with poor shooting nights. So, anyway, as always, this is a discussion. I pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? Feel what your thoughts? Agree with me? Disagree with me? Kind of mixed in the middle? How do you feel? Whatever your thoughts are. Either way, I'd love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. Lets me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.